Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the Small Brain Podcast, the most horribly racist travel podcast on the whole entire internet. Speaking of which, today we're going to be ranking all the countries that I've been to. We have a nice little tier list here, S all the way through F, and we're going to be giving them a cheeky little ranking, guys. So I'm sorry if your country gets placed in the lower half. I just had a bad time there, all right? It's nothing personal. This is all extremely biased, extremely subjective tier list, okay? And the results aren't necessarily final. I'm willing to go back and give it another shot in almost every one of these countries. The F tier, I will never step foot in again. But with that being said, let's get into it, guys. All right, let's get started. I got to practice my flag geography. This is going to start with flags that I know. I'm going to kind of put off the flags I don't know till the end. Let's start here. Bhutan. All right, Bhutan. This is a silly little devil because I had a good experience in Bhutan, but it was despite the government regulations. It was despite the bureaucracy, the wheels of bureaucracy turning against me the whole entire time. I had to get a government tour guide, and they just didn't really understand the assignment. They didn't understand that I was a YouTuber and that I wanted to speak to people and go to markets. And I really tried to impart to them that information, but they just didn't listen. And for that reason, I'm going to give Bhutan a D. It was beautiful. It was, man, that feels a little harsh. But I'd say it, because the thing is, it's a beautiful country. The landscape is magnificent. It's a great place to go, with a significant other. It's very romantic. You know, the rolling hills and the big mountains and the foothills of the Himalayas. But it just didn't tickle my fancy, guys. It didn't do it for me. I think that the tour guides just got in the way. I don't want to feel like my hand is being held the entire time. It felt like I was on a North Korean tour. It didn't feel, it didn't give me that sense of freedom that I look for when I'm traveling, all right? That's exactly the opposite of what you'll get in Bhutan. You will get a cookie cutter package tour guide made for the 70-year-old Australian tourists who have a bad knee and the husband is in a wheelchair because he fell off a roof. You know what I mean? It's made for elderly people. Okay, the tour packages are made for wealthy, elderly people. All right? I could afford it, but the visa was very expensive and cost prohibitive for a lot of people. And for all those reasons, I'll give it a D. It was below average. All right, that's what I'll give it. All right, and I stand by it. Guys, let me just cut in real quick here and let you know that today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, everybody needs therapy one time or another, okay? It happens to the best of us. After college, I had this idea that I'd land my dream job, move to some exciting city, and just be thriving. Instead, I was in my parents' spare bedroom, panic Googling what to do with my life while trying not to have a breakdown. I kept brushing off the idea of therapy for a while, mostly because I didn't think I needed that bad and I didn't think I had the time. But when I finally tried it, everything started to click. A therapist helped me sort out the chaos and actually see the next step in life without feeling like I was drowning in options. So if you're stuck in one of those moments, changing jobs, feeling lost, you're not alone. That's why this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp makes starting therapy so much easier. You just fill out a short questionnaire and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist in as little as a couple days. BetterHelp has over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot. So it's a brand you know you can trust. So if you've been thinking about giving therapy another shot, now's the time. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/smallbrainpod to get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Let BetterHelp help you rule your anxiety so it doesn't rule you. Okay, South Korea. Now this one, also interesting. I feel like I'm going to disagree with a lot of people here, but if I go to East Asia, if I'm traveling across the Pacific from these great United States, I want to make damn sure I'm having a great time. And I feel like that's not guaranteed by going to South Korea. I feel like, just me personally, and again, this is a very subjective list, so get if you don't like it. Make your own YouTube channel, okay? If you don't like what I have to say. But I feel like South Korea is going to get a C. It wasn't actively bad, but it just wasn't good. I just didn't have a great time. And also, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, man. It's not worth flying over the entire Pacific Ocean just to get a similar experience to Japan, where I feel like in Japan, I can really be myself. I can express myself in the language. I know the food. I'm familiar with the people and the culture. And I just felt like South Korea was just a little different. It was kind of like if you're from Europe and your favorite country is America, which I know that's not the case for any Europeans. You all love to talk about America and our school shootings and our healthcare. And I know that, and I've had many drunk conversations in hostels with 18-year-old German kids that think they understand the whole goddamn planet and that think that they have some constitutional law degree where they can argue with me about the Second Amendment. Okay, I know that the Europeans aren't fans of America, but let's pose a thought experiment real quick. Let's imagine that a European likes America. All right? If they like America, are they really going to want to go to Canada? Like if they're familiar with the American customs and the American culture and the American way of life, American television, why would they then go to Canada? Why would they spend their vacation time going to a country that's just a little similar? You know what I mean? It's like America's brother, Canada, or America's little brother. America's little dweeb socialist cousin. That's what Canada is. America's loser cousin who got picked last at soccer.
L7 Winnie.
That's what Canada is, okay? And that's what I feel like South Korea is to Japan. It's like, yeah, if I were to have gone and lived in South Korea like I did in Japan, if I were intimately, woven into the culture like I feel like I can be in Japan on certain days, I feel like it'd be worth it. But just the fact that I already know Japan, I've already sunk so much time into the culture and understand the language. Let's be honest, I don't really spend that much time learning the language, but you get what I'm saying. Like, why would I go all the way just for like Japan's little cousin? You know what I'm saying? So all the South Koreans watching, I'm sure there's all 7 of you. I'm very sorry. Maybe when I'm older and I get bored of Japan, I'll go. Okay, moving on. Let's do, what is this one? Turkey. I think this is Turkey. Turkey's great. Turkey's great. Turkey's a fun country. Turkey, on my way from Ireland to Japan, where I was going across land borders. Turkey was, we hit some snags in Turkey with the bureaucracy. I couldn't get the bike through from Europe to Turkey. I had to sell it in Bulgaria. So I presented a certain set of challenges, but I'm not going to hold that against Turkey. I feel like Turkey has a lot to offer. I only went to Istanbul. I met up with Nolan. We had a great time. And just have a lot of fond memories in Turkey. So for that reason, I'm going to give Turkey a B. Because I feel like there's still a lot to be uncovered. I've only went to one city. You know, it's a big country. Huge, actually. It's got, a Mediterranean coast. I think it's got a coast on the Black Sea or the Baltic Sea or something. Who the f*** knows? I don't know. But, I can't say enough definitively to give Turkey an A. So let's give it a B. Vietnam. Vietnam, you sly little devil. We're going to give you a... Should it be S or A? I don't know. Let's talk through it first. I feel like Vietnam is one of the most adventurous countries that you can go to. The people are very kind and friendly, although all the Facebook mobs and the government-sanctioned social media pages hate me. They want to see me die. They want to kill me. They send me death threats. For a few videos I made there about the police asking for a bribe, which they 100%, without a question of a doubt, were asking for a bribe. They wanted my sweet, sweet American dollars. And I didn't give it to them. I didn't play ball because I had all the paperwork, goddammit. Why would I pay a bribe if I'm not even breaking any rules? I'll be a Karen if I need to. I'll stand up for myself when I need to, okay? I feel like, especially after India, when I was on that big trip, Ireland to Japan, after India changed. I was a different person. India changed me forever. And it made me more adept at understanding when people were trying to fuck me and people were trying to scam me, because it happens everywhere, all over India. It happens everywhere, and it makes you tougher, makes you stronger. It's like a crazy ex, okay? She was crazy. I hated her, but look, we're still talking about her. So what does that say? I don't know. I'm not sure where we're going to rank India later. That's for another conversation. But by the time I got to Vietnam, I was so ready to understand scams and to see through it a little bit better. And for that reason, when the cops tried to stop me, I was all about it. I was like, let's go. Let's go toe to toe, scammer for scammer. Let's see what you got. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, well, this guy's Polish driving permit looks a little bit different from yours, Mr. America. And I was like, yeah, because I'm from North goddamn America. I'm from a completely different continent. What do you want me to say? The whole ass driver's license. Guys, an international driver's permit is what they were after. I had it. And I had my American license. So they could see all the international driving permit does is it translates your driving license into every language in the world. So how are they going to say, oh, sorry, man, this isn't the right paperwork? I'm like, dude, it tells you right there that I am verified to drive in this country. It says it in your language. So what is the holdup? They just wanted some money. And I told them to get, and then I made the subtitles reflect what they were probably saying, let's be honest. Most likely, probably 80% correct. And then all these Vietnamese people came after me. Whatever. That didn't happen in real life. I'm not going to hold that against the country. That was some internet bullshit. That didn't happen to me in Vietnam. When I was in Vietnam, I had a fantastic time. The like topographical variety of like the hills and the oceans and like little seaside towns, fishing villages, you name it. Vietnam's got it. It's S tier, man. Vietnam's S tier. Vietnam's the tits. Vietnam is... If you're afraid to go abroad, maybe start with Thailand. Maybe go for 6 days. See if you like it. And then, if you got some extra time, or maybe next year you can plan your trip, go to Vietnam. Go to Vietnam. It's beginner-friendly in the places that you want it to be, and it's extremely adventurous in the places that you want it to be. All right? Ha Giang Loop. That's all I'll say. All right? Just get off the beaten path in Vietnam. It's not hard, and it will be highly rewarding very quickly. It doesn't take long to get off the tourist path there. So Vietnam, S tier. All right, let's do another one. Bahamas. I went when I was a kid. Disgusting beach vibes, kind of brain dead tourist activities. I don't feel that strongly about it, but it was boring. E tier. All right. What's this one? I think this is New Zealand. Or Australia? Whatever. Fucking pick a different flag. If you want to be different from New Zealand or Australia, if you want to be different from your big brother, pick a different fucking flag. I'm not going to even look up the different flags here. We'll just call this one New Zealand. New Zealand was, if you want me to pick an accurate flag, get a different flag. US and Canada, similar countries, very different flags. Pick your own goddamn flag. Stop piggybacking off of this. Also, get rid of the British flag in your flag. That's embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing. You were a little bitch-ass colony, and you still got their flag in your flag? Grow the fuck up, dude. Get a new flag. Get a new flag. All right, we're going to do New Zealand. New Zealand, amazing scenery. Very calm, very chill, very tranquil. I had an amazing time there. Didn't film much. It didn't make for great content. There was no really risk involved. There wasn't really any complex stories for me to tell. A little on the pricier side. Fuck, do I want to get an A tier or B tier? Let's do B. I just don't feel strongly enough to give it A. I had an amazing time there. Nice place to go, like on a couples retreat. You know what I mean? Go in the ocean, see some whales, see some penguins. It was really fun, but it just didn't. I don't know. Not A tier. Not A tier. All right, let's do Australia. Let's do Australia now that we're at it. Okay, we'll just get rid of all these fucking bullshit little flags. Australia, this also could be New Zealand. I have no idea. Not going to look it up. Australia, didn't spend much time there. Saw some kangaroos, saw some bullshit. It was fine. Don't feel one way or the other about it. We'll just give it C. Average. I'd call that average. A little too similar to America for me to be excited about it. All right, let's do Hong Kong. Hong Kong, I don't know. I had an okay time there. Nothing really out of this world. Food was subpar. Although I probably just went to the wrong places. People weren't too friendly. It's not as bad as Bhutan. I think C tier. I'd say it was fine. I think there's more to be uncovered there. There's more to discover in Hong Kong. I'll give it that. I could have given it a better shake. C tier, is that accurate? Yeah, it's like C minus, I'd say. Almost D. Okay, let's do a fun one. How about Ukraine? Let's do Ukraine. So, let's see. A little Ukraine. See, I went during the war, so it was a difficult time to be there. The women are fucking breathtakingly beautiful. Like, out of this world hot. I couldn't believe it. Like everyone's a model there. Like even the girls like working the register at a gas station, like so sexy. I don't understand how it works in Ukraine, dude. I don't know what's going on with the genetics over there. I feel like it's a good place for content. It's different. It's unique. It's far away from the Western world. Did I have a good time there? Yeah, honestly, I'm glad I went. I am glad I went. So let's see. What would we rate that? This is going to be a tricky one because I was scared for my life upon leaving. I was afraid. I thought I was going to be nuked by Vladimir Putin. And I feel like that has to weigh into the equation, right? Like I have to be real with myself that was a big part of the experience. There was to be scared. Food was okay. People were really nice. I will say the people were probably the best part. Ukraine. Shit. Let's call it B tier. Nah. C. Because I was afraid for my life. Honestly, I was afraid for my life. It's... That's a polarizing one because I had really good experiences there. Lots of adventurous stuff, but some really bad stuff. Yeah, I think C. I think C is appropriate. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Czechia, another European country. A lot of these are European, guys, all right? There's just too many countries in Europe. When I was driving my motorcycle across the world, most of the countries happen to be in Europe because the countries are tiny. You can get through like Slovakia and shit in like 3 hours. How is that even a country? How is that even a country? That makes no sense. How are like 8 different countries all piled up next to each other in one time zone? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. In the US, there's like 15 states in a row in one time zone. Okay? So how are you going to justify like half a dozen countries in the same time? It makes no sense. Okay? Someone needs to conquer somebody else in Europe to get rid of this. North Macedonia and shit. What the fuck is going on in Europe? There's too many countries. If your country has North in it, I'm like, just make it one. North and South Korea? Let's just be brothers again. All right? Y'all are brothers. All right? This is what I mean, guys. Somebody needs to conquer somebody, whether it's the South or the North to the South. Figure your shit out. All right? There's too many countries. All right? All the Drubinskys of the world are cringing right now. Like, oh, I must hit my 196. I must go to every country. Oh, if they take away all, but, you know, Drubinski will be 85 years old on his deathbed, dying somewhere of malaria in fucking Somalia. After all of these countries have taken over one another, after Trump takes over all of North America and it's one country, after fucking Mussolini 2.0 takes over all of Europe, it becomes like 3 different countries. There's going to be like 9 countries in the world. Drubinski's going to be on his deathbed. Mr. 196 or whatever the fuck it is. Feeling all proud, you know? Let's give that to him. Let's give future Drubinski what he wants. He wants to be the number 1 traveler who's conquered the entire world and crushed it beneath his American boots. Let's give him what he wants, guys. Trump, you know, Mussolini, wherever you are out there, the future Mussolini, let's get things popping, all right? For my boy Drew. What were we talking about? Czechia. I'd say fine, a little boring, a little too average. I did have a good time there. I couch surfed with a couple. They were nice. Guys, if you're a man or if you're a woman, never couch surf. All right, just stop. The website is dead. It's been infiltrated by the gays. They just want to suck cock and suck balls and get some strange dick on the side. And also, it's been infiltrated by the straights. Let's be honest. It's creepy guys that just want girls, or they're nudists. Oh, let me express myself. I'm a nudist. You're a fucking creep. That's what you are. And you're trying to get pussy. You're trying to get dick on a website where people need you. They like need help. They can't afford accommodation wherever they are. And you're going to fucking try and fuck them. That's pathetic, bro. But anyways, that's beside the point. When I was in Czechia, had a good time. Just had some beer and some like weird cheeses and stuff. But I wouldn't say it was actively bad. I'd say it was on the badder side though. We'll call it a D. As I'm doing this in real time, I'm realizing some of these might not be the most accurate, but fuck it. We have limited time, and it's not an exact science. All right, I'm just going off the rip. All right, Uzbekistan. I didn't spend much time there. I got to be honest with you guys. It was more of a layover to go from Bhutan to Western China, but because of the pesky little conflict allegedly happening in Ukraine, I I couldn't fly like through Russia, so I had to like go through these ex-Soviet states and blah, 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 whatever. Uzbekistan was fine. It was okay. I can't say much about it. We'll give it C. All right. The UK. UK is fun. UK is a good one. I really enjoyed my time in the UK. I've been there several times. It was the first international destination I ever went to. It made me fall in love with travel. It made me realize that, like, even if a place isn't that different, it's still fascinating to go and to just see like those small similarities and differences. I feel like the UK was a perfect first destination for me because I had never left the country. I was in high school. I went with my friends, so it was like an easy kind of transition into like a foreign country. To call it foreign, by the way, is like, that's a stretch, right? Like the UK is, we were the same country for like, I don't know, couple 100-something years. Who the fuck knows? How could you possibly know that information? Guys, it was practically the same country. We speak the same language. We go way back, guys. We're like brothers who fought, and we won, by the way. We won. I'd like to remind everybody, America won. All right, we're probably going to be the loser here pretty soon, but we did win for the time being. All right, so let's just accept that. Let's move past it. All right, we were the same country. Our flags have the same colors. All right, and for that, I give the UK A tier. I really enjoy the UK. I think I could live there. It's just different enough to where it's fun. The people are nice enough, but they also leave you alone if you want them to. It's very similar to America. I really enjoy it. Okay? Now, let's see. What flags are these? What the fuck is this? All right, this Poland, Indonesia. I'm not sure which one of you is which. I'm going to do the New Zealand, Australia thing. I don't give a fuck. Make a different flag if you want me to be accurate. Okay? It's not worth me. Actually, I do kind of want to know. Let's see. Okay, Indonesian flag's red on top. Okay, that's good. So when I'm at trivia next time. Okay, let's do Indonesia. Indonesia's good. I went to Bali. I'd say that's barely a look at what Indonesia has to offer. But my experience there, it was great. It was great. Bali's nice. It's really nice. The people are a bit shitheads, but if you can see past it and you like to go to the spa and be fit and eat healthy and, colonize a new country, it's fantastic. I'd call Indonesia B tier because I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Do I need to justify myself? I guess that's what this video is. Let's justify myself. Food's great. People are nice. Indonesian people are nice. And just real easy living. Real easy living. You know what? Should we call it A tier? Yeah, let's call it A tier because I could live there. Well, for like a month or two at a time, I could live there. I really do enjoy Bali. I'm not going to lie. The hype is real if you can see past the dickheads. And there are dickheads in the gym with their little fucking tripods doing their little time lapse of them at the gym. Pathetic. Insane. I'm an influencer, right? But that shit's on a different level. Like if you're filming yourself doing bicep curls, you didn't get hugged enough as a kid. Or maybe you got molested too much. Like it's one or the other. Maybe you got touched too much. Maybe you got touched too little. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into it. Indonesia, A. Okay, Dominica. Oh, Dominica, you dirty bitch. You little devil. Dominica did us dirty, guys. We were going to go on another round-the-world trip, and that was our first stop, and we thought, oh, we're going to outsmart everybody. We're going to go to this Caribbean paradise that no one's ever heard of. It's probably a lot cheaper than the Bahamas and like Turks and Caicos and shit, which, by the way, bad barometer to base the level of frugality of the place. That's an insane gauge of like, is it cheaper than the Bahamas? Yes. All right, let's go. That means it's cheap. Absolutely not. That means it's not like gougingly expensive. But I'll be honest, guys, Dominica was actively bad. We did not like it. We had a bad time. It was boring, first of all. Anything exciting was a little dangerous and not like in a fun way. It was like you're in a car and the driver, there's no buckles and he's arguing with some lady in the back and she like storms off and they're like shouting at each other. And it's not like a fun, like, haha, like it wasn't, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. It was expensive, hard to get to, hard to navigate. People were like friendly for like 8 seconds at a time. They'd say, oh, hello, sir. How are you doing? Welcome to my country. Nice to have you. Which is nice, right? It's a nice sentiment, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the next Dan from Myanmar. I'm looking for the next, Ali from Iraq. I'm looking for like Hagrid from Japan. I'm looking for characters. I'm looking for fun. I'm looking for adventure. Dominica, everyone's like too lazy and like chilled out under their little palm tree, like smoking a joint. I'm sorry, but it's true. At like 2 p.m. and I'm like, dude, I'm looking for something to do, bro. Like, what's going on? What's cracking? And people were just like, yeah, man, welcome my island. Like, that's all it is. It's just like guys that say, hey, welcome to my island, which is nice. Again, it's not, the people are fine, but it just wasn't. And we spent a month there, and god damn it, was it aggravating, man. It was aggravating. I feel like I wasted so much money. It wasn't even cheap. You had to rent a car. It wasn't accessible. Walking was out of the question. We hitchhiked a few times. That was kind of fun. But you know what? We're going to call Dominica F tier. I'm sorry. It has to be done. It has to be done. For the universe to be in balance, Dominica has to be an F tier because it was actively bad. I actually feel good. I feel like validated putting Dominica in F tier. I feel happy with my decisions. Okay? I feel good. I feel like there's justice, it being at the bottom. It needs to be at the bottom. We need to be talking about this, guys. Dominica, be more fun. Okay? Be more fun, period. All right, next one. North Macedonia. I don't feel too strongly about this one. This was fine. We passed through, like, I think a day or two, me and my friend Steve. And it was fine. It was good. It was fine. We had a good time. Went to a market. I can't say too much about it. We'll call it C, average. Argentina. Okay, this one, another country of baddies. I don't know why the chicks are so sexy there. I don't understand what's happening with the gene pool. Maybe it's the Italians and the Germans mixing, all the fascists fucking down there, making beautiful, sexy babies. I don't know. I had a great time in Argentina. I got this tattoo. Thank you very much. That was the start of my around the world trip. I really wanted to get this tattoo that I saw during COVID. I felt locked up. I felt whatever. Had this whole story about it. And I saw it on Instagram, and Argentina wasn't open for like years and years and years. And I finally made it down there. Really happy with my experience. It's kind of like a mix between like old colonial Europe and Latin culture. I really loved it. It was actively fucking great. Yeah, dude. A tier. Easy. Argentina. A for Argentina. A for ass. It's all there, baby. It's all there. All right, let's do Switzerland. Switzerland was fine. It was okay. It was too expensive. Too expensive. We'll call it D. It was beautiful. Too expensive. What's this? Bulgaria? Bulgaria, I think. Damn, these okay. Now we're getting into some tough flags. Bulgaria, I'm pretty sure. Bulgaria was a bitch to me. She was a bitch. She did not let me leave. I was trying to sell my motorcycle and escape the European Union, the socialist European Union that wants to see papers for everything. They want to see papers for when you take a shit. They want you to document, everything. And they didn't let me leave with the bike. So for that reason, fuck you, Bulgaria, honestly, E tier. I was stuck there for ages. It was too expensive. I was wasting money every day. And I had to sell the bike for like half of what I bought it for. I lost like $1,000 on that little baby. I only rode it around for like 3-4 months. And I had to sell it. And that really hurt me. So fuck you, Bulgaria. You're getting an E. All right, what's next? What is this? France? France. Get fucked, France. Honestly, overrated. Too expensive. Food's great. Influential culture throughout the world. Beautiful place. But by God, do they know it? They know that they're the shit. They know it. It's like a hot girl. It's like a sexy model that knows she's hot and rubs it in your face and wants to lecture you about school shootings. E, France. Fuck you. Okay. You like how... Okay, keep this in mind. Let's keep this same energy, guys. You like how I can say fuck you to France? Wait till we get to India, okay? Then you'll be calling me racist, all right? But is it racist when I do it to France? Or is it me just being objective to my experience? Which one is it, guys? Let me know in the comments. All right? Everyone who calls me a racist in the comments gets a cookie. All right. Let's do Cambodia. Cambodia was fine. A little boring. People, understandably, they've been through a lot of shit. Some genocide, cheeky little here and there. Like 30% of the population being murdered. Just small things. But it definitely affects how people behave, how they treat outsiders. Honestly, didn't have an amazing time in Cambodia. A bit boring. People are a bit cold. We'll call it D. Yeah, just boring. Just boring. I don't know. Southeast Asia in general, besides Myanmar and a couple other exceptions, I got no interest. I got no interest, to be honest with you. Okay, what is this? Wait, is this Italy? Don't look at my hairline. I think this is Italy. Wait, no, this is Italy. Wait, what the fuck is this one? These flags are too similar, man. Jesus Christ. It's making me question the countries I've been to. All right, I think there's too many bars next to each other. Jesus, I'm getting like dizzy looking at that. What the fuck? Italy was good. It was one of the first countries I studied abroad, or one of the first countries I lived in. I was there for 6 weeks and really fell in love with the place. The pizza, the wine, the people, the culture, the afternoon, nothing gets done. I really enjoy that. I like Italy a lot. B or A? Is it better or worse than Australia? And wait, is that New Zealand? I'll say A. I had a really nice time in Italy. Yeah, again, this is my personal experience, guys. This is not the end-all, be-all race tier list. This is just, I had a good time in Italy. It's A tier, okay? I feel like A is kind of like I could live there. Like A and above is like, all right, I can live here. These are like fun to go and see. Well, not F or E or D. Really, like B and C are like, all right, that's fine. I'll go again. S and A are like, I could fucking live there. I could retire here. Dude, these A countries, nice, solid A, not exceptional, just like right fucking there. Really nice. Okay, let's see. Wow, some of these flags, fuck. Okay, this one's Transnistria. They cut off the side of the flag that would make it discernible. It's got a little Soviet little fucking thing there. Transnistria was fun. It was a little holdover. We'll put it right next to Moldova. A little breakaway state from Moldova. It's not a UN designated country, but I'm going to count it because they had to like look at my passport and I got interrogated by the fucking Soviet police and Russian on their phones. It was fun. It was a fun little day trip. Actually a night. Oh no, I spent the night there. I couldn't even find a hotel. That's right. I went from Moldova to Transnistria. I was just going to find a hotel for the day, but the customs took me so long and I couldn't find food. And it was a challenge, but it was fun. And I met this guy, Michael, I think his name was, that let me sleep on his couch. He didn't try to finger me. It was great because he wasn't on couch surfing. Again, guys, stay off couch surfing. But he was a taxi driver who was doing like an all-night shift. He let me stay at his crib. We got breakfast the next morning. He didn't try to bang me. I had a good time. I had a really nice time in Transnistria. We'll call it B. Solid B. Okay, I think this one's Moldova. So the Moldovan has the little eagle. All right, that's what we're talking about. Moldova was fun. People weren't overtly friendly. It was just kind of like, okay. I did have fun in Moldova, though, honestly. I got to say, I'll call it B. It was just a fun, no one goes. Maybe because I'm a YouTuber, maybe because I'm a soulless prick that just wants content, but like something about places that normal people don't go. It's just fun. I just like to feel like I'm escaping some kind of routine or like expectation of me when I'm traveling, and I really enjoyed it. Transnistria or Moldova was good. It was good. Now let's do Romania now that we're at it. Fuck it. It's similar enough. Romania, I feel like is also B tier. Yeah, B tier. I could almost live there. I was in Bucharest, I think it was, where Andrew Tate was. Me and Tate were chilling. We were smoking cigars. He was trying to fuck me the whole time. We bought some girls into human trafficking. We had a good old time there. But no, I stayed in like a nice hostel in Romania, in like a hip neighborhood. It was a walkable city. I didn't mind Romania. I did not mind it. It was a B. All right, let's do something more exciting. Let's do Myanmar. This is going to be tricky because Myanmar was... Where is it going to go? Is it going to go... It's not S tier because of the crime and stuff. Fuck, though, for content, it's fucking gold, Myanmar. It's like... God damn it. Like, I could not film a bad video there. Even though when I was filming the videos... Like, for example, the day I met Dan. Sounds like a little love story. The day I met Dan. That video went like horribly wrong considering my expectations. I thought I was going to go to the beach and like whatever. I don't even know what I had planned. I had nothing planned. I was just going to walk around. But that's the thing with Myanmar is the things, they just find you. So he finds me. We go on this little alcoholic adventure. The next day, we crash the bike several times. And I'm like, dude, this is a disaster. We crashed the bike. This day was horrible. And then watching the footage back, I'm like, holy fuck, dude. This is like This is like a movie. So honestly, man, Myanmar. The thing is, I was so scared there, though, like from the cops and stuff. There was like a couple opportunities they had to snatch me up in the middle of the night. I was in this beach town and I heard like the Jeep cruisers going by, and my hostel owner told me the next day to pick somebody up. But man, is it an adventurous place. It is, everything's different. The people dress different. They eat different food, different way of life. Fuck, is it S tier? Is it A tier? I got to give it S. No. I got S. Myanmar's king. Myanmar's king, bro. Myanmar's up there, dude. Get fucked, Dominica, okay? Suck on this Burmese cock, all right? Myanmar was the tits, bro. And, I say I don't like Southeast Asia. And look, looky here, boys and girls. 2 beautiful little flags at the top from Southeast Asia, dominating the rest of the world. All right, let's do Ireland. Ireland, man, couldn't escape it, honestly. There were some issues with the paperwork with my motorcycle. I couldn't leave in a timely fashion. I spent way too long there. I was a bit of a loser working at like a motorcycle hostel. Didn't have a lot going on. Really wanted to start my trip. Was spending money too fast. Ireland, you're not as bad as France. We'll put you in D. Sorry. I'd like to go back. I'd like to have a better time. That's the thing, guys. I don't want to have a bad time when I travel. I don't want to have a bad time. Contrary to all the Indians' belief, I don't go searching out bad experiences. Like, I want to have fun when I travel. And unfortunately, this is the bell curve, baby, right? That's what this is, dog. That's what you're looking at, boys and girls. This is a standard deviation bell curve. Most people are going to be average. You watching this, you're probably average or probably below if you're one of my viewers, right? And the select few of us can be up here at the top, all right? And there's fewer spots, okay? There's fewer spots. 1%ers, they're always like, 1% of the world's population owns 99% of the, income. It's like, that's the standard deviation, my dude. That's the standard deviation. If you're in the 1%, that means you have an insane amount of wealth, and that means you're going to, have more than the rest of people. That's how this works, right? 20% of the world's population probably owns something like 80% of the world's assets, right? 80-20. That's just how it works, all right? So don't be mad, Dominica. Don't be mad, Bulgaria. Okay, somebody's got to be at the bottom. Somebody's got to be the garbage man of the world, and unfortunately, you are in that position, okay? All right, let's do Thailand. Thailand, it's blown out. It's like a blown out pussy. It's like a whore's pussy who's fucking been railed through too many times. It's like a ladyboy's asshole. It's prolapsing. It cannot handle anymore, but it just keeps saying yes because it's addicted to cock. Thailand is addicted to money. They will not stop. They will pillage their entire lands for brain-dead tourists to go pet an elephant and fuck a ladyboy and feel like they did something. Okay, if anybody in my audience feels targeted by this, maybe you should. Maybe you should go to Vietnam. It's not that different. Go to the Philippines. Fuck some ladyboys in the Philippines. It'll be fun. Okay, they'll speak a different language. You'll feel like you're traveling. Balls deep in a fucking 15-year-old ladyboy. Oh, is this what travel feels like? Oh, wow, Small Brain American is right. This is so fun, right? Thailand, brain dead fucking place. Nice to live. I'll give it that. But for traveling, it's hard because I could live there. I could honestly live in Bangkok and feel comfortable. Feel very comfortable, actually. But I can't give it anything above C. I just absolutely cannot. We'll call it D, man. We'll call it D. It's a pretty mid country. Very fun, livable, but would I feel good about my choices? Would I feel proud about living in Thailand? No, it's and especially just because it's like a whore on parade on the internet. Like you type in, just type in Thailand travel vlog. Type in Thailand travel vlog and look at all the wonderful, retarded vloggers going there, feeling like they're contributing to the global zeitgeist, feeling like they're actually part of a larger conversation about travel and tourism and sustainability. They think they're doing something, by having a $2 milkshake and telling you, wow, it costs $2. Isn't this amazing? It's just lazy. And I feel like that's kind of why it's in D. Is as someone who makes content, as someone who travels for a living, Thailand is just like the last resort of content. If you see somebody posting from Thailand, they've run out of ideas. They're no longer ambitious. They're just trying to play it safe. And it's where every British fuckboy goes to do blow and smoke weed and fuck whores and feel like they're doing something. When in reality, they can do all that stuff in their homeland. They can do that in Vegas. They could probably do that in Dubai, I'm guessing, with the whores and the child whores. I just feel like you're not doing anything by going to Thailand. You're not pushing any boundaries. It's just like the safest fucking place. And you could say the same thing about the UK. All right. It's safe, right? It's a low risk place to travel, but the UK, you could live there and feel safe. And you're in your own culture, but Thailand is like the Wild West. And I feel like it's got to be in D. It's below average. It's not actively bad. There are some definitely good aspects of Thailand, but it's definitely below average. All right. I'm saving you for last, India. I'm saving you for last, baby. Let's do Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, we got trapped in a fucking shipping container. It was a very challenging place to travel. Although I had fun. It was a good content. It was a fun trip. One of the more classic misadventures from Small Brain America, and I had a great time, honestly. Me and Tommy, honestly, gonna remember that trip for a long time. Shout out Tommy Sabbatical, guys. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. He's an OG travel YouTuber. All right, let's put it in B. Kyrgyzstan, solid B. Solid B. Let's do Canada. No. We'll save that for when we do America. Mexico, I feel like D. It's right there with Thailand. Well, no. I don't know. Yeah, see, I've only went to the touristy places in Mexico, like Tulum, Cancun. So I can't really say. Again, not an objective standpoint, just from my experience. Brain dead place to go. Very easy to get around. People speak English if you want them to. If you go to the right places, you can be comfortable. I feel like you could probably get off the beaten path in Mexico, but I've never seen it. So D. Let's do... Wait, fuck. What flag is this? Wait, this flag and this flag look like the same. Don't tell me this is... Because this is Czechia, right? This is Slovakia. Bro, if that's Slovakia... See, that's the Slovakia flag. Okay. Let's do Slovakia while we're on it. I remember what it looks like. Slovakia, I passed through in like a day. It was gorgeous, actually. I went through like near Poland. Really beautiful, really lovely. Didn't really see enough to say. We'll call it C. Okay. Now, what flag is this? What motherfucking country is this, dude? Oh, it's the Philippines. Oh, you dirty bitch. You little tier list motherfucker. You look like the Czech flag. Look at that, boys and girls. See, I'm not retarded after all. They look very similar. All right, let's do the Philippines now that we're on it. Now that we're learning our flags together, boys and girls, remember, this is an educational channel. You can play it in your 7th grade geography classes, okay? If you're a teacher watching this, feel free. I give you my absolute permission. Play this goddamn video in your 7th grade motherfucking class, all right? Let's do it.
Reading is good.
Motherfucking bitches. All right. Philippines was kind of like a Dominica experience. It's not F tier. I'll give you that. It's not E tier. Maybe it's D. Okay. Philippines was challenging. It's hard to get around. People are very nice. It's very adventurous. It's a little overtrodden, but not as overtrodden as you might think because it's actually really hard to get around. You have to take domestic flights on shitty airlines. You got to take like rickety boats. I would say Philippines is it along the same lines as Bhutan and Thailand? Yeah, it is. It's D. It's not horrifically bad, right? It's fun for certain people. It's fun for a certain amount of time. It's fun if you know what to expect. But it was too rustic. It was too hard to get around, and it was not adventurous enough. It was on the Dominica scale of things. It was towards Dominica, if that makes sense. Dominica is our gauge, all right? That's our gauge for bad countries. Okay, I don't know why. Speaking of bad countries, there's 2 Indias on here. We'll get to those later. All right, I don't know why I did that. This one's Poland. I know that because Indonesia has the red on top. And that's why you should play this in your motherfucking geography class. Okay, all my social studies teachers in my audience, okay? This is Poland. Poland was okay. I got horrific food poisoning in Poland. It did me dirty. I went to a little kebab shop. I wasn't expecting much. I just needed a little snack. And 4 hours later, I was on a long-distance bus from the Polish-Ukraine border, with horrific food poisoning on the way to Warsaw, I think it was. Horrific. Some of the worst food poisoning I've ever had in my whole life. Horrific. I was on a tour bus with lots of Polish tourists or whoever the fuck, Ukrainian refugees, I don't know. And I had food poisoning and I tried to just go to sleep to get rid of it. Classic strategy. Just go to sleep and you won't be sick anymore, okay? That's why I'm probably going to die in my sleep in my 80s. I'm going to be like, oh, I'll just get rid of this pneumonia by going to sleep and I'll be dead, okay? And that's how I'm going to go. But on the bus, that's exactly what happened. I closed my eyes. I was like, fuck it. Let's just try to get rid of this sickness. I woke up to a gurgling stomach. Shit, on the way out of my asshole, currently, it's on its way. So I go to the bathroom, have horrific diarrhea. Then I start to vomit in the sink, right? I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm turning to the side. I'm vomiting in the sink actively. The door is swinging open. I couldn't close it. I was just putting on a show for all these poor Polish bastards. And now they probably went home. They probably never seen a foreigner in their whole fucking life. Now they probably go home and they think that that's how all Americans behave, right? They see something from America in the news and they think that I am a shining example of America and that I represent most people's regular experience, right? Because that's normal. Most people in the world, that's how they behave. That's how they think. That's how they act. Most people are racist, let's be honest. And the more you travel, the more you see that. And if you don't know that, you haven't traveled enough, okay? East Asians, horribly racist. Africans, I'm not sure, I've never been there. South Americans, horribly racist. Mexicans, racist. Americans, racist. Canadians, they pretend not to be racist, but they fucking hate white people, right? But you can't be racist against white people, in quotes, so they're not racist, according to them. Same with Western Europeans, horribly racist against their own people. Eastern Europeans, all racist against each other. If you're from 25 miles down the street, you hate them, and they hate you, and that's okay. Indians, actually, I looked this up. Indians are the most racist people on the planet, right? Almost half of Indians said if someone from a different country lived next to them, they wouldn't be happy. Or if even someone from a different state in India or a different skin tone, right? So don't feel bad for not liking India, for not liking Indians, because they don't like you, all right? And I'm not talking about Indian Americans. Y'all are cool. Y'all are chill. You're part of the family. I'm talking about Babush in Hyderabad, all right? He's fucking racist. There's a 1 in 2 chance he's racist, all right? I know it's not great to stereotype. I'm just talking numbers, all right? There's a world review report, a fucking study, anthropologists studied this. I said, India is the most racist country on the planet. So next time you come for me about India, just remember that, okay? Just remember that, all right? I feel like we're really teasing India here. Let's just get into it. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. Let's just do India. Oh, wait, no. We didn't do Poland. Oh, wow. Wow, that was a crazy tangent. Okay, yeah. We'll do Poland. Poland, you did me real dirty. You're getting an E. All right. Let's just do India. Fuck it. It's top of mind. All right. Everyone's thinking about it. I'm going to put it in F tier. Everybody knows it. It's the worst country. If there was a tier below F, it would be an F. Okay? It's a terrible, 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 terrible place. Don't ever go for any reason other than a layover. And even if there's a layover, 100 Indians will board your plane and they will ruin the bathroom in 15 minutes. This actually happened to me when I was flying from Bhutan to Uzbekistan. I got on the plane. Oh, no, we were connecting in Delhi. That would explain all the Indians. Okay, so we get on the plane in Bhutan. It's empty because no one goes to Bhutan. We do a layover in Nepal, but it's one of those layovers where they're refueling the plane. So I couldn't get off, but people were coming on, right? Because obviously got to pay the bill somehow for this airline. Not 4 people can fly and afford to fucking keep the lights on, you know what I'm saying? But it was a great flight. It was just me and 3 other people. We flew over Mount Everest, over the Himalayas. It was fucking incredible, actually. Bhutan to Nepal, northern India. Amazing fucking scenery. Incredible. We land in Nepal, and Dude, the plane is full of Indians pushing past each other, shoving, shouting, talking on speakerphone, being rude, not being considerate. They smell bad. They're not wearing their shoes. They're like cutting their toenails. Like, bro, if you think I'm racist, if you think what I'm saying is racist, you've never been to India. You've never been. If you go there, you'll be like, Connor, you're spitting the truth, bro. You're spitting facts. This kid, Warren Daily Vlogs, I think his channel is. The kid gets it. He's been to India. He spent time there. He overlanded to Pakistan. The kid understands. Go watch his video if you think I'm a fucking racist. Okay? I'm not being racist. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm literally speaking from experience. All these countries, I'm speaking from experience. Did you get mad when I said I didn't like the French? Were you mad then? Were you mad when I didn't like my experience in Bulgaria? Were you mad when I said French people were stuck up and they stink and they're rude? Were you mad when I said that? Because those things are true. What if I say those about India? Am I racist now? Am I all of a sudden racist because they're a different skin tone than me? While at the same time, 1.6 billion people, half of them are racist? Self-proclaimed, like it was like a self-reported study. It wasn't like measuring for unconscious bias, whatever the fuck that means. This is verified. This is science, guys. We're doing science here at Small Brained American, okay? Homegrown science. First-hand studies, okay? This is my experience. It's backed up by this fucking report, okay? All right. I'm not much of a science guy. I'm not so much of a report guy. I don't read reports. I don't know numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. I'm not a science guy. But in this instance, when it backs up my own biases, we're going to go with it. All right. We're going to go with it. All right. So don't feel bad for thinking that India is a stinky country. Don't feel bad for thinking that the people are rude and are poorly mannered. Dude, we took a flight from Thailand to, where are we going? Japan? Bali. We're going to Bali. It was a short flight. I think Bangkok to Bali, right? Full of Indians. All right. There's Indians in front of us leaning their seat back right away. Right away. They lean it back. They don't ask. They don't say, oh, sorry, can I? They just do it. There's a guy next to, sitting behind Sarah. There's a guy sitting behind Sarah, putting his feet up on her armrest, cutting his toenails. First of all, he doesn't have shoes on. Second of all, he's putting his feet on her chair. Third of all, he's cutting his toenails. He thinks now is an appropriate time to manicure himself. By the way, the flight I was talking about earlier from Bhutan to Delhi, goddamn, Delhi's just such a shithole, bro. I can't even begin to describe to you how bad it is. It's like a war zone stepping outside. But when I was on that flight, beautiful, gorgeous flight, Bhutan to Kathmandu, the Indians get on. 10 minutes later, we're up in the air. We're cruising altitude, maybe 15 minutes. And the bathroom looks like a fucking war zone, bro. There's toilet paper everywhere. The seat is up. There's piss all over it. You have to understand, like, I'm not claiming to say that there's something in the genetics of Indians that make them poorly behaved. That would be racist, right? To say that, like, there's something innately within their being that makes them bad. That would also assert that people who come from India to America are also bad. I'm not saying that. If you grew up here, if you share American values, if you fucking don't shit in the street and throw your trash in the road, you share values with me. You're my fucking brother. You know what I mean? But if you're like shitting everywhere, if you're pissing all over the place, wherever you please, if you think the world is your toilet, the world is your trash can, we're just not going to get along. And that's a societal thing, right? It's based on, they have 1.6 billion people. There's a lot of people, right? Meanwhile, China has, 1.4 billion people. They don't act this way. So what is it? I don't know. I'm not claiming to be a fucking expert. I'm just showing you my experience, firsthand experience. If you can say Japanese people are polite, if you can say that, if every white girl traveling can say, oh, Japanese people are so polite, everything's so clean, I'm also allowed to say, okay, if you're saying that, then we're agreeing that there's a spectrum, right? Japanese people over here, polite, everything's clean. Maybe there's some countries here, maybe Iraq's a little dirtier. Maybe, Pakistan ain't that great. Maybe India has rude people, and maybe India is dirty. That is a possibility based on the standard that you've already said that Japan is clean and the people are nice. We're allowed to have opinions about places, all right? And India sucks donkey balls. India would not be missed if it just disappeared, okay? It wouldn't. If there was an earthquake and it just floated off to Antarctica, the world would smell better. There'd be less scam call centers. You know, there'd be less grandmas getting... These motherfuckers call my granddad. He was like in his 80s, bro. He was like 87. They called him like, oh, I'm your son. I'm in jail. Or I'm your grandson. I'm in jail. Like, I need bail. These motherfuckers, bro. He didn't fall for it, but he could have. You know what I mean? I have no sympathy. I have no remorse for what I say about India. It's all facts. It's all true. If you don't like it, start your own YouTube channel or go to India and see for yourself that I'm right. Okay? End of story. All right. India F tier. Absolutely. Pakistan, on the other hand, something happened with Islam. I don't know. They're very classy, polite, very nice people. Absolutely insane hospitality. I've never drank so much free chai in my life. Pakistan's A tier. Very adventurous place. Fun people to be around. Really sweet and nice. They'll never ask for anything in return. They're just good folks. Pakistan is S tier. End of story, bro. I'm sorry about the war going on between Pakistan and India. This is just my experience, all right? This is not me choosing a side. This is me saying I had a better experience in Pakistan. So suck on that, India. Okay, this country... Wait, is this France? There's too many fucking flags, bro. There's too many fucking flags. We'll get to that later. What is this one, then? Wait, I did Italy and... Okay, now it's getting confusing. I think this one's Serbia. All right, we're going to call this Serbia. I was only in Serbia for a day. Can't really say. It was okay. I'm gay. It's fine. C. Okay. Iraq. Okay. Iraq is one of the greatest countries on the planet. Is it S or A? I don't know. Let's decide. It has everything Pakistan has. People are really sweet and friendly. It's cleaner, more dangerous. Content was incredible there. We met some really amazing people. I'm not going to lie. I had a really, really amazing time in Iraq. It was actually a heartwarming experience. I felt leaving like a better person. Is it S tier? Is it as good as Pakistan? Yeah, Iraq, S tier, man. Fuck. All right. What is this flag? Okay, now I got to look up the flags. Hold on. I got to do this again. Oh, Hungary. It's Hungary. Oh, slippery motherfucker, Hungary. Hungary, I had a great time in. I spent my 30th birthday there, 29th birthday. Yeah, in Budapest. I love Budapest. Great city. Great city. Everybody loves me in Budapest. Amazing time. Very cheap. One of the cheapest. I say it for years. I always say it's cheap. I'd say B. Yeah, I had an actively, you know what? We'll call it A. I had a great time in Hungary. Really fantastic time. Easy to get around. People spoke English. Hip, Budapest. Great drinking city. A. Easy. Call me a tourist. I don't give a fuck. All right, now, what is this one? Red, white, and blue from the top down. Red, white, and blue from the top. Oh, Netherlands. Boring. Netherlands, boring. E. Boring. Fun for drinking. Brain dead holiday. Boring. All right, let's see. What's next? Well, technically not the Chinese flag. We have a CCP flag, which is just as good. All right. China is a beast. China is one of the most enigmatic, and for all my retards out there, that means mysterious countries on the planet. It has a lot to offer. Endless adventure. Absolutely endless adventure. You could get lost and no one would ever find you there, right? The government could disappear you. You'd be gone forever. And it wouldn't be the worst thing because the people are friendly. The food is really good. The topography is amazing. China is like its own... Like, I feel like Russians, Brazilians, Americans, and Chinese people, Indians too, to a lesser extent, but they get mocked, right, for not knowing much about the outside world, right? The French also as well do this, but it's because they have like for example, people in China don't speak English. People in America don't speak Chinese. People in America don't speak anything but American. Okay? It's like we get ridiculed for not knowing about the outside world. It's because our country is so goddamn amazing. It's because we are God's chosen people, right? We are the shining city on the hilltop. We are meant to take the world into the 22nd century. You know, we have the best innovators and scientists from India. And there's a reason people don't want to leave America. It's also huge. Same with Brazil. Same with Russia. They have their own thing going on. They don't need to leave. Same with France to a certain extent. India also. Definitely India. People don't need to leave if they don't want to. China's the same way. And it gets a lot of shit. And I feel like it's not really deserved. Because if you're just a regular guy who's a farmer and can't really afford a passport or whatever, just stay in China. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You'll live a great life. And for that reason, China makes for excellent adventures. A tier. S tier. Should I call it S tier? Is China S tier? China's S tier. China's amazing. All right. We hinted at it. America. America, S tier. No questions asked. No questions asked. If you ask a question, you're going to the gulags. All right. We will investigate you. We will hunt you down. We'll find you. Okay? We'll find you. You can't be talking bad about America. Or you can. That's what our First Amendment is. And I fully support that. Okay? I guess I'm not sure how I feel about America. But I love it. It's S tier. It's my home. I'm going to die here. I live here now. In between adventures. It's the best place for me to recuperate. It makes the most sense for me. It's the best country for me. All right? And again, that's what this list is. It's the best countries for me. All right? If you don't like it, suck a dick. Right? Start your own YouTube channel. Start your own podcast. Have your own opinions. Okay? But don't think leaving a comment on a YouTube video is the equivalent of what I'm doing. This takes effort. This takes effort. All right? I know it looks like it doesn't, but it takes time and money and effort. And you leaving a comment, I'm not going to read it if it's mean. Okay? I'm just not going to engage with it. It's not worth it. That's a low effort thing to communicate to me. Like, it's nice. I appreciate people saying nice things, obviously. I like the support. I love it. It got me through a lot of dark times back in the day. But the haters and shit, your opinion is nothing. It's nothing. You're leaving a comment. It means nothing. Okay? Anyways. America, number one. Absolutely. If there was a class above S tier, America would be in it. Okay? It would be in it. It's just the best. It makes the most sense. Canada, for that reason, not a terrible place. A bit boring. A bit too similar to America. It's not S tier. How could it be S tier? It's just a copycat of us. It's not on the same level as Argentina. It's not unique. It's bland. It's boring. It's more expensive. Colder. See? Average. Fine. It couldn't be bad because it's very similar to America, but it also can't be good because it's too similar to America. All right, ignore this Indian flag here. Let's talk about Japan. Japan's S tier. Everybody already knew I was going to say that. That was easy. Japan is just a place for cold beer, cold snacks, friendly people, nice baseball games. You could hitchhike. You could do scuba diving. You could hike in the mountains. You could go on a bender till 5 a.m. You can do retro vintage gaming. You can like go to rare bars, BDSM bars, video game bars, Pikachu bars, Kirby bars, Bowser bars. They have the best people. They have the best food. The weather's terrible. The weather's really hot in the summertime. But people are sweet. It's safe. It's good for everybody. People are flocking to Japan for good reason. Right? It's for good reason. It's good for everybody. It's good for the intrepid traveler who's been on the road for years. It's good for your mom and dad who want to go to fucking Disneyland and like do a little Mario Kart bullshit and like go to a spa. It's good for everybody. It has everything. Japan is the best country. Let's see. Do I want to rank these? You know what? Fuck it. Let's rank them. Let's do the top. We'll do the top 6, 7. We'll just rank the S tier countries. America's number 1, obviously. Wait, can America go? There we go. America number 1. Obviously. Don't even have to explain that. Japan number 2. Close second. We love Japan. Okay, this one's hard. Ooh, what's it going to be? Vietnam, Myanmar, Pakistan, Iraq, or China? Who's number 3? China. China's so adventurous. It's so fun. People are so sweet. It's very affordable. It's just an amazing place to travel and get lost. If you're up for a challenge, it's challenging. I'd say, China is more adventurous and more challenging than Japan. But if you want like a safer option that's a little more expensive, easier to get around, I'd say Japan. People are sweeter generally. Chinese people, depending on the region, they can be a bit standoffish. Let's see. After China, Pakistan, easy. Pakistan, people are amazing. Iraq, Vietnam, and Myanmar. Yep. So America number 1, Japan 2, China 3, Pakistan 4, Iraq 5, Vietnam 6, Myanmar 7. All right. So congrats to the top 5. Iraq and Pakistan have made the top 5. And China. If only these countries could be best friends, guys. If only that the politicians could travel in a way like YouTubers do, like you and I do. Well, guys, that's my list for today. Let me know if you like this. I'd like to do one next year with the updated list of like new countries I go to. So until then, see you next time. Bye-bye. See you next week for another episode. Please click subscribe and go on Spotify and fucking leave a review. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye.